Necesitas un lápiz de color y el papel. You will need a pencil, coloured pencils, and paper. Hola, clase dos. Firstly, wow, your learning last week fue increíble, was incredible. I absolutely loved all of the posts that you put onto Seesaw, with you doing Simon Says, with you singing, with you going through the instructions. Another absolutely fantastic week of learning. This week we're going to be looking at moving on to kind of introducing ourselves in different ways. So we're going to learn some new vocabulary a little bit later on, after we've recapped the instructions from last week. Now, you'll notice again that the words will come up on the screen. What I want you to do is I will say the word, you need to repeat it, and I want you to do the action with it as well. Okay? So, ¿estamos listos? Are we ready? Escuchad. Muy bien, escuchad, listen. Mirad. Bueno es mirad, look. Sentaos. Muy bien, sentaos, sit down. Levantaos. Bueno es levantaos, stand up. Silentio. Sí, es silentio, silent. Venid aquí. Muy bien, es venid aquí, come here. Repetí. Sí, es repetí, repeat. Bueno, so now that we've looked at that and you've done it so accurately, we're going to learn a new vocabulary for today for introducing yourself. Now, already, a couple of weeks ago, we looked at hola, we looked at qué tal, and we looked at how to respond with that. We looked at adios as well. Today, we're going to be looking at adding a little bit more information about yourself, such as what is your name and what you're called. So there's a couple of bits of vocabulary that you need to know about for this, and the first one is a question, and it's ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Bueno, now you'll notice on llamas, even though it has a double L in there, it's actually pronounced with a Y sound. So ¿Cómo te llamas? Bueno, now ¿Cómo te llamas? is Spanish for what's your name. ¿Cómo te llamas? Muy bien. Now, in Spanish, in theory, you could just respond with your name. However, to say I'm called or my name is, me llamo. Me llamo. And you'll notice again it's that double L that makes a Y sound. Me llamo. So I would say, me llamo Mr. Palin. Muy bien. Now, I know that you know this because I've heard you answer the register for Miss Mitchell, but there's a variety of words that you could use as well for Mr., for Mrs. or Miss. So for Mr, Señor, Señor. Now again, you'll notice on the word Señor, on the letter N, there's a little wiggly line, and that's called a tilde. And a tilde or a letter with a tilde on, or the N with the tilde on, you would pronounce ny. So, señor, señor, señor. Muy bien. In English, without the tilde on, we'd probably say senor, and that wouldn't be pronounced correctly. Okay, for Mrs, señora, señora, señora. Muy bien. And for Miss, señorita. Señorita, señorita, muy bien. And as we know from before, ¿y tú? ¿Y tú? Means and you, so when you're asking the question back. Okay, so on the screen in front of you now, you have got two characters, and we're going to do a couple of these so that we're really used to how to ask and how to answer the questions. I'm going to ask a question that the lady is saying, ¿Cómo te llamas? What you've got to respond with is how the people may respond that have the green rectangle covering up what they're saying. Now, all of them are going to be answering their name, and you will be able to see their names underneath them, so you don't need to make up a name, you just need to respond in the most appropriate way, which is obviously me llamo and then the name. So let's give it a go. ¿Cómo te llamas? Muy bien, me llamo Paco. Excelente. The next one. ¿Cómo te llamas? Muy bien, me llamo señor Henry. ¿Cómo te llamas? Sí, me llamo señora Henry. ¿Cómo te llamas? Sí, es me llamo señorita Henry. Fantastico. Bueno, okay, so I thought that because it worked so well a couple of weeks ago, we would again have an interactive conversation in Spanish. So in a moment, you're going to be asked to call me again on your imaginary mobile phones, and we're going to have a conversation with that new vocabulary that we've learned today. So before we do, let's just go through the conversation so that we understand exactly what it means and exactly what we'll be saying to each other. I'm going to say the words in red, you're going to say the words in black, and you've got some blanks to fill in, so make sure you're prepared with that before you phone me. So I start with hola, which obviously means hello. You're going to respond with hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Hello, what is your name? I'm going to respond with me llamo señor Palin. ¿Y tú? My name is Mr. Palin. And you? You're then going to say me llamo and then your name. My name is and then your name. ¿Qué tal? How are you? I'm going to respond with muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Because I'm feeling really good. And thank you. And you? You're going to tell me how you are and say thank you. And I'm going to say adios or goodbye. And then you're going to say adios, goodbye. ¿Estamos listos? Are we ready? Bueno, okay. Take out your mobile phones. Dial my number. And I'll be ready. Ah, bueno. Hola. Me llamo señor Palin. ¿Y tú? Ah, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Adios. Bueno, okay, so similar task as to what you did a couple of weeks ago, in the fact that I want you to share a conversation with somebody in Spanish using the vocabulary that you've learnt today. Now again, I've included the vocabulary on this screen in the bottom left hand corner. It's up to you how you do it. You could do it with a parent, you could do it with a sibling, you could do it with absolutely anybody. You could even go back to record and to upload the conversation that we've just had together on the phone. As an extra task, if you want to upload your writing as well, so I can see how you've presented your conversation, then that's not a problem equally as well. And finally, next week, we're going to be moving on to look at adding some extra into our conversation. So we're going to be looking at introducing yourself, but also adding in your age as well. So we're going to have a fully fledged conversation with each other then. You'll be pleased to know as well that next week there's a very catchy song that we'll be able to sing. So finally, I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that you've, again, feel like you've learned more in Spanish. So until next time, adios.